welcome back to Healthy with Nicole. In today's video, I want to share with you a little tip on something I make that is super healthy for you and is a delicacy in many restaurants, and that's bone marrow. So many people want to get a little extra nutrients if they're following the carnivore diet, or even if you're not. And bone marrow is a great way to do that. So I actually buy these frozen organic beef bones, and you do want a specific bone marrow bone because you'll see that it has more bone marrow in there. Soup bones sometimes don't actually have that marrow, so it is specifically bone marrow bones. And you want to make sure you get these from a grass-fed cow. Not only is it going to be much better flavor, but clean and the best nutrients. The reason for eating these, well, really good saturated fats are in the bone marrow. Also, it's loaded with minerals. Everything that you would get from the bone, for example, drinking bone broth, you can get from the bone marrow. So it's a great source of minerals, collagen, which is amazing for your hair, skin, nails. If you're doing carnivore diet or even just wanting to have bone marrow for your skin and hair, and you're looking for a beauty regimen, this stuff is amazing. You can also eat it and then melt it and put it on your face, your lips, use it as an eye cream. I know it sounds crazy, but it works really well. I've done it. And it's delicious. So there is a quick way to make this. I'm going to show you here on my stove. I always use my cast iron. And I just turn it up to a fairly high temperature. You don't need to thaw them. In fact, frozen is better. You don't want to cook them too much, and it will melt like butter. So if you overcook the marrow, it'll just kind of melt into the pan. So all I do is simply sear it, and it's going to take about 2 to 3 minutes per side if it's frozen, and then simply add some salt to it, and then you can eat the marrow from the inside. If you are just getting started doing the carnivore diet, this is going to be so delicious to you. You're going to want to eat a lot of it. But you have to be careful because it is like eating butter. It's very high in calories. If you're looking to gain weight, great, no problem. If you're trying to lose weight on the carnivore diet, then I would limit your consumption of bone marrow to a couple times a week at the most, maybe once a week. It's a great way to get nutrients, but you also don't need very much of it. Okay, so I've got my bone marrow here in my skillet, and I don't put anything in the cast iron. I just turn up the heat to about medium high, and then you can hear it sizzling away. It's going to take about 3 minutes or so, and you can just check it. You can see it's starting to get kind of browned, and that's actually perfect. A little browning on the outside is all you need. You can do a little less if you want to. One of the things that does is kill bacteria if there was any. There's not going to be any bacteria on the inside of the bone, so nothing has been exposed to air there. So just giving it a quick sear will kill off any bacteria. So you can see there's one side of the bone that's kind of sizzled and browned just a little bit. You could do it more if you wanted to, but just in the interest of time, I'm going to sear the other side. And then after 3 minutes, I just salt it, use a little spoon to scoop it out and eat it. And then any leftovers you can put on your face if you want to use it as a cream. It's actually really great for your skin. After I eat the bone marrow, I will put it in the refrigerator, and then once I've had 2 or 3 bones, I'll put them all into the crock pot and make bone broth. And that is kind of one more way to extend the use of your bones. And if you're on a budget, it's a great add-in to your diet to get more out of your meals. All right, so I have cooked my bone marrow, and you can see it's kind of browned on the outside edges, and it is, some raw meat on the outside of the bone there, but I'm not going to eat that part anyway. I'm going to actually put it into the pot and use it for soup, and this is going to be a really delicious, yummy treat and super healthy for you. If you like that video, give it a thumbs up, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.